Welcome to this video on using Podio in the Methodist Mission, Airdale and Lifewise. Today I'm just going to briefly go over some of the important apps that we use on a day-to-day or regular basis in the organization. I've started this training video on the Activities app in the far left corner here, and there's important things for new users and people that are using the system to understand. We can see here that these are the people that are in the workspace, and in this workspace, all trusts, everybody in the organization should be invited in. Now if you're wanting to see a complete list, because sometimes this gets hard to see who's there, you can use this little icon up the top here and click on Manage Members, and there's some different options here depending on your security level, what you can see. And Manage Members gives you the complete list of people that are in the workspace. So it's handy to check if people have left the organization. You might want to request that they be removed from access. Down the left hand side here, you can see commentary on areas of on apps from across the organization that are being updated, and it's a quick way to see the latest information that's coming through. We've also got on this Activities app some quick links here. So if you've got a Circle IT request, so an IT request for a new computer or fixing something, then use this option here. It will, by clicking here, it opens a new tab and goes to the support page for you to set up a ticket for Circle IT. And that's a good way to track any of your IT requests. So if we go back to Podio, from here we've got calendars and different frequently used documents that are important to get access to. Now, what I'm going to do is go across the apps that are probably some of the most important ones to use as a new user and that you'll use from a regular basis. So the first one that we default your login into Podio with is the Stories app. And the Stories app is an app that contains useful announcements, the latest things that are happening across the organization. And this is a great place to post your wins, your stories, keep everybody up to information. So and it's just distributed within the organization. So these stories do not go outside the organization. And if you're wanting to post some of this information publicly, there are Facebook pages, but you should check with the marketing department for that. And of course, when you see this sort of view or layout in an app, you can just click on the story and more information comes up. So this is the date that the story was posted. You've got a title, you've got the actual content of the story, the words. An important thing here is to upload your photos because they show on the front page, and we suggest you upload a photo for every story. You can actually add links to outside web pages, so it's a great way to capture a website that you may have interest in and then post that link in here. We also suggest that you put the service area that it's related to, so if it's for something like admin or human resources or health and safety, you can put those service areas in here. And the reason I say that is that if you come out here, down the left hand side here, you've got filters that you can filter stories by different service areas. So if you want to narrow down to stories that just affect your area, there's a good place to filter. So if we're wanting to look at development property, you can filter by that, and so these are development property stories only. Okay, so moving right along, we'll skip the Facebook one because those Facebook pages, those posts are going to be hooking into the Stories app. There's a High Fives app here that's for letting people know about good things that are happening. So here we've got an example of Glennis. and it was posted by Jess. So this is just a way for us to acknowledge people across the organization for the good things they do, and also often we get good stories, good feedback from the public, and here is a great way to share those great feedbacks, and that's what we call it, a high five. If you scroll down through some of these, you can see down on the bottom right hand corner here, it's saying how many comments that have come back. So if we look at this one from Sharon, you can see that this is some feedback from different people in the organization. Well done, Sharon. Heather Mitchell liked this. Anne-Marie, nice work, Sharon, thanks so much. So it's just a way to improve and let everybody across the organization know of good things that are happening. This next app, the Trusts app, is a great place to gain some more knowledge of the different areas or service areas and mainly trusts of the organization. If we scroll down to MMN, if you click on that trust, you'll get links to important information, constitutions, conferences, certificates, and then it also acts as a hub for relationships to all the different areas of the organization. So these are the suppliers for the MMN Trust, the documents related to MMN, cost centers, roles, computers. So it acts as a bit of a hub. Next one is roles, and that's for the organizational chart of the different trusts. And so all the different roles and who's assigned to them are recorded in this particular app, and you can just go in there and see the general job description of people. Some of these are not up to date yet, and so this is an ongoing thing that will be continually refined. The next app is important is the staff app. This is like a global staff directory, and it defaults to active staff that are currently working in the organization. So this view shows us their name, their title, their phone, email, their DDI, etc. If we pull their name up here, you can often get photos, and there's other information in here, which trust they're assigned to, which service areas they are, and there's induction checklists and IT nets. So really useful information in there in the staff app. This next app, the documents app, is where policies and procedures are stored. Now there's, if we go to the default view, there's a lot of documents in here. It's 544. So the main thing here is to use the search option up the top here. So if you're looking for a particular document, go to the Documents app and then start typing in the name. So if you're looking for a leave request, you might type in leave, and then every document that's got the word leave in it will surface to the top here. So you can see there's an annual leave process, the request to cash up annual holidays. So if we click on that one, it brings up that policy. Now there's a summary here, which state it's in, whether it's a form, when it was implemented, when it's reviewed, when the next review is, who's meant to be managing this document, etc., etc. And we get down to the actual document that's the policy, and you can then click on that and it downloads the Word document and you can read the details on there. So it's a great way to search for information that you need. There's document reviews, there's training, there's a number of other different apps here that get used from time to time. And I'd encourage you to explore these different apps just to see what information is in them. If you're looking for cost centers, they're there. Suburbs, region, government acts, legislation. So there's quite a useful set of apps in this All Trust workspace. So this is a bit of a general overview here of this particular workspace, and from time to time you'll also be assigned to specific workspaces, and each different workspace has different apps that are used for different purposes. And if you need any help on which ones to use, then by all means contact 100Rails. Thanks for your time.